Chris, I'm looking after you again today.
Hey, beautiful. Haven't seen you for a while.
Oh, how are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Just okay? What's going on there? You don't sound too convincing.
Do you want me to be perfectly honest with you?
Yeah, of course.
I'm sick and tired of being here. I'm sick of this shit hospital food that I have to eat, laying in this bed. I don't even see my physio, don't even see my surgeon. What's the point of even being here? You know, I'm just over it. I only have these little visits that you pay me to look forward to.
Okay. Has your family been in to see you at all?
I don't even care about them because they don't seem to care about me. They're never here, you know? I can only rely on you for my visits, so keep them coming.
Okay. I might come back and do your obs a bit later. Is there anything I can get for you at the moment?
Well, now that you ask, and seeing as though, you know, I'm your favourite patient and you're my favourite student nurse and the other nurses don't seem to like me, do you reckon you can sneak in a bottle of scotch? Maybe we could share it together.
Okay, I'm just going to go and talk to my nurse about this.
Okay.
I'll come and talk to you in a few minutes. But yeah, I'll just come back in a little bit.
Can't wait. See you soon.
Okay.
Hi Laurie, how are you going today?
Hi, good. I'm actually glad you're here. I was just with a patient in bed 5. He made a few comments that made me a bit uncomfortable. And he called me beautiful and in the conversation, and then at the end he asked me to get him a bottle of alcohol. So I was like, this is really inappropriate, so I just kind of stopped the conversation there and then left.
Have you nursed him before?
Yeah, I have the last few days, and he's made a few little comments, like he asked me a few questions about my personal life, but I thought he was just bored and just trying to make conversation, so I just redirected it and didn't answer anything and just went from there. But yeah, today was a bit more forward and direct and made me feel really uncomfortable, so I'm just not really sure what to do. It hasn't really happened before. So.
Yeah, it sounds like he's crossing a bit of a boundary.
Yeah, I really feel like
boundary,
that's definitely the case. I just feel so uncomfortable. I don't really want to go back in there.
Yeah.
Is there anything I can do? Or can I talk to you?
Yeah, I'm glad you recognise that it is crossing that boundary because it's not appropriate at all. It can put both of you in danger in different ways. I think we should go and speak to the NUM and also speak to the patient and just advise both of them what's going on. Obviously, you're not to care for that patient anymore. So we can go and speak to him about that and also just let the NUM know what's been going on.
Yeah, I really think that's a good idea. I just don't want to really go back in and care for him again.
Yeah, alright.
Hi girls, come in.
Hi Felicity, how are you? Good, I haven't seen you in such a long time.
How are you?
Great, this is my student Lauren. She's been on your ward for the last couple of days.
How have you been going with it all? Welcome.
It's been okay, but we actually came in to talk to you about a patient.
Oh yeah.
So in bed 5 we have a patient and he just made a couple of comments that I thought were really inappropriate, and I just talked to Karen about it.
It's been making her feel
I feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
He was been asking some personal questions during the week, and like I said, I thought he was just bored. And I redirected them and everything was fine. But today he called me beautiful. He said that he liked seeing me because I was his favourite patient. He looks forward to seeing me. And then he asked me for a bottle of scotch, which is obviously inappropriate. And I think it'd be best if I just maybe didn't see him again.
I'm so happy that you're addressing this with me. I'm so sorry that you'll put that in that uncomfortable position. But I think the best thing is maybe take them off your hands, or assign you to do something with patients. Just avoid them at all costs. Just anything to make you feel comfortable. Okay, we don't want any of my students and anybody on the ward to be placed in these situations.
Okay? I just recommended to Lauren as well. Maybe me and her will just go and have a chat with him. Just to let him know it wasn't really the most appropriate thing.
We will not tolerate this sort of behaviour on the ward. Regardless anywhere. Okay.
I think maybe it's a good idea. Hi Chris, how you going? My name's Karen. I'm Lauren's facilitator for this placement at the moment. How you going?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Good. So we're just here to speak about a couple of comments that were made to Lauren in the last couple of days. So she just mentioned that she's feeling quite uncomfortable when caring for you. Is there any concerns you have with that?
I was just trying to be friendly. Didn't need anything to be taken personally. So.
Okay. Well, it has kind of breached a line of professional boundaries with us. And just to protect both of you, we are taking Lauren off your care at the moment.
Okay. Alright.
So we just wanted to let you know, there's nothing personal, we just want to stop anything further from happening and making anyone else feel uncomfortable. But yeah, we wish you best with your recovery.
Yeah, good luck with it all.
Okay?
Thank you.
Alright, thank you.
Hi Lauren, how you going?
Hi, good, thank you.
That's good. We're just going to do a little bit of a debrief on the situation that occurred with your patient the other day.
Yep.
So would you mind answering some questions?
No, that's fine.
Are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, great. Okay, so this is a debrief model that I'm going to be going through.
Yeah.
So you've already signed your confidentiality
That's all
agreement
done.
and
Yeah,
everything.
signed everything.
So we're going to start off with the situation itself. So the patient, what feelings come to mind when you talk about it? What you think went right, what you think you could have done better, and just a little bit of the story about what happened.
Okay, I feel a little bit awkward when I think of him, mostly because he did put me in an awkward position, but in saying that, his mental state did progress to a point where he felt disconnected from his family and from his social support network, and I think that's why he was just a little bit mentally not the best when this happened. So I think if maybe we'd intervened a little bit earlier, or he'd shown some sort of signs that that was the case, or maybe we'd picked it up a bit earlier, then that wouldn't have happened. But basically he asked for some alcohol, which was very inappropriate. He made some remarks to me that were definitely out of line. Like saying I'm his favourite nurse, and that he likes my visits, which should not happen.
And how did you handle that when he said that?
At first, because he did make a few comments in the days before, and I thought they were just he was asking about my personal life a little bit. I thought he was just trying to be polite and just make conversation. When he made these ones on this particular day, they were more obvious. I tried to just redirect his conversation, so rather than really belittle him, because obviously he was quite fragile mental state, I tried to just redirect him and follow the path of his conversation that was appropriate. That didn't end up working. He did ask for alcohol after making these remarks, and that's when I just basically politely said, is there anything I can do for you? I'm just going to go and discuss this with someone else, and walked away. I don't think I was at any physical risk or anything, so he had a spinal injury, which would also lead to his poor mental state, so obviously wasn't physically as at risk as if he could stand up and move and that. So
that's a great assessment. I'm glad that you fixed that up as well. That's really great.
Yeah.
And what knowledge and skills did you bring to this situation to help you cope with it?
So we've done a lot of debriefing at uni, and on our other pracs we've had clinical facilitators we have debriefed with. So they gave us a lot of good skills, which told us when to stop engagement with someone, and reflected that on the code of conduct and standards of practice as a nurse. So I tried to just...
So what nursing assessments and interpretations were made from the situation?
So after we approached Chris and sat down with him and talked about the situation, and basically just explained to him, like I said earlier, that what he had done was wrong. So we used appropriate documentation, so we ensure that each nurse that will nurse him in the future is aware of what happens. We use de-escalation techniques as well, so just verbal de-escalation, just a quick chat with him, which I think was appropriate because he is a young adult male. We don't want to be having to involve, higher security or anything like that in these situations.
Was there anything that you think that you could have done in this situation?
I feel like we could have probably communicated a lot more with Chris about his own needs and requirements. So that's something that we need to work on ourselves. But overall, I think the situation was handled professionally. Yeah.
Great. And so, what if he'd actually hurt the student? So physically hurt the student?
That's when we have to escalate things. That's when security becomes involved, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There are different codes of conduct in place to protect staff as well as patients in these situations. But yeah, it's a matter of security in the end, unfortunately.
Great, no worries. Well, thank you very much for chatting with me.
No worries.
And
debriefing is an important aspect of learning, which involves the use of feedback and reflection to analyse actions and inactions. Cantrell 2008 states that these elements are vital aspects of professional development for nursing students due to the opportunity it creates to constructively critique and explore learning and improvement in practice.
Debriefing for meaningful learning, DML, is a method of debriefing that was used throughout the scenario debrief. This model we found helpful when debriefing, as it incorporated Socratic questioning and guided reflection to prompt clinical and critical thinking, to challenge taken for granted thinking and uncover thinking associated with actions. This model was comprehensive due to 6 in-depth components: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, evaluate, and extend. Transitioning through this process was smooth and encouraged the use of research of professional boundary policies, procedures, and journals to support reflection and learning. This model also incorporated the use of reflection in action, reflection on action, and reflection beyond action. Along with assimilation and accommodation, these were explored through different parts of the debrief.
This method was helpful in reflecting on a multifaceted scenario of professional boundaries, where it allowed the group to openly discuss such a serious scenario and how this would be handled appropriately, as well as other possible outcomes this situation could bring.